Hey guys, it's Craig Chick. It's been a while, 2 years exactly, but I'm excited to restart my channel and revamp it. And what better way to do that than with a Walking Dead video? So I've been following the show since the beginning, and when you've been watching a show for almost 8 years, you develop a favorite characters list. So here's my countdown for my top 10 favorite characters.
Why? Why? Because all life is precious, Daryl.
I've been to 8 county fairs and 1 goat rodeo. I've never seen anything like that.
Who are you?
Oh, you better be joking.
Then we'll stay. I'm still thinking about it. You're staying. And so am I.
Tyrese!
And a machete with a red handle. That's what I'm gonna use to kill you.
You're a small, weak nothing. And with the world how it is, you're even weaker.
My apologies for leaving the place a bit of a mess, but we got a litany of other shit to attend to.
You feel safer, less dangerous, more productive. They see a dude with a tiger shoe.
So before I give my reasons why these were in my top 10, here are my honorable mentions. Now those were all characters that I really loved, and they maybe would have made the top 10 if I had more screen time with them because they're all, dead. So, why are these characters in my top 10? First of all, Morgan is my number 1 because he has always been in my heart since the first episode. And when you see a character come back that was in the first episode, you freak out a little bit, especially with his skills with the stick and his character development. He went from crazy to knowing how to handle it, and then every once in a while he gets triggered again, which is very realistic, and Lenny James portrays Morgan beautifully. Number 2 is Abraham, because I believe he had one of the strongest character through lines in the whole show. He always had a mission, and he stuck through it, and that was his whole purpose as a character and as a person in the show, was to complete the mission, and I admire him for that. Number 3 is Negan, mainly because of Jeffrey Dean Morgan. It's very hard to make comic book lines not cheesy, and although Negan is kind of a cheesy character, Jeffrey Dean Morgan delivers it in a way that it's still watchable. Many actors could not do what he's doing right now, and that is why he's my number 3. My number 4 is Maggie and Sasha. They are my favorite female characters in the show, and it's mainly because Maggie's a strong leader, and Sasha was a great addition to the group, especially with her sniper skills, and I loved her dynamic with Abraham, and of course I love Maggie's dynamic with Glenn. And they've both been through a lot of losses, and they're still strong as hell, and that's why they're my number 4. My number 5 is Tyrese. Although he was only in the show for 2 seasons and 1 episode, he still climbed all the way up to number 5, mainly because of his calm demeanor, even though he's a very strong character, physically and mentally. He always wanted what was best for the group, and he always did anything he could to make everyone happy. And that is why he's my number 5. My number 6 is Michonne because she's one of the strongest characters in the show, and she has great character growth. She used to be a lone wolf, and as she said, you can be out in the wild for too long. And we saw with Andrea her start to grow and warm up to people, and especially with the group as the seasons go on, she has grown into one of the leaders of the group, and that's why I love her. My number 7 is Rick, and of course he had to be somewhere on this top 10. I mean, he's the whole reason The Walking Dead is what it is. Andrew Lincoln is one of the strongest actors in the show, and he has Rick Grimes down to a T. And without Rick Grimes, there is no Walking Dead. My number 8 is Carol, mainly because she had one of the strongest character growths in the story. She went from being a meek little woman who was being beaten by her husband to now one of the strongest characters in the whole show. She knows how to handle her shit, and I love her dynamics with Daryl, Rick, and Morgan, and that is why she is my number 8. My number 9 is Simon. I had to put another villain in here. I just had to, especially Simon. Most of the saviors, especially the small characters, can go a little overboard with the acting and trying to be too evil, but I believe Simon and the actor created such a great storyline with him, and he has so much more to him than just being evil, and that is why he is my number 9. My number 10 is King Ezekiel, mainly because the actor portrays such a cheesy character in a great way, and it makes it so it's still realistic within the Walking Dead world, and because King Ezekiel just recently got a great character crisis, and I love it, especially in the timeline of the show right now. It works out great, and that is why number 10 is King Ezekiel, and he finishes off my list for my top 10 Walking Dead characters. Well, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe for more Walking Dead videos and reactions. See you next time.